What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Dylan, and this video is going to be for the beginner reseller. I got a lot of requests to do a video about how to organize your inventory for your eBay reselling business. I don't want to waste your time, so let's get right into it. I'll show you the SKU system I use and how I store my inventory. I'm going to put links in the description for everything I use. Oh, and by the way, a little disclaimer, I do earn commissions from the links provided below. It really helps me out and helps the channel out and keeps me able to provide you with this type of knowledge and information. The SKU system I use is called the infinite number SKU system, where I don't use any number twice. There are other SKU systems, the ones I don't use, maybe they use it in the bins or they do just sneakers. They would label each shelf. The first shelf would be, let's say, A1, B1, C1, D1, E1. The next one would be A2, B2, C2, and then each item in the box would, if this shelf was A1, it would be A11, A12, A13. So they'd have, let's say, up to 10 in each box. This would be B11, B12, B13, etc. So what you would do, this shelf is A1, this is B1, they would use A11. They'd put the item in this bag, which labeled A11. When the item sold, they would reuse this bag and put it back in here with a new item. A lot of people use that SKU system. Why I don't like it, all my items are different dimensions. Some are very thin, some are very thick. So I want to pack each box as much as I can. I want to hold more than 10 or 20 if they're using 20 in each box. I want to stuff it. It's going to change every time. And for me, when I sell an item, having to take it out the bag, remember which SKUs I have to reuse is just too difficult for me. The way my SKU system works, look, using the infinite numbers, I just start at 001 and keep going and never reuse a SKU. So for instance, here, I start at 001, next one 002, 003, and I keep going. Here, 296, 297, 298, 299, etc. Next shelf, this one starts wherever the last one left off down there on the bottom, 701, 702, 703, 704, etc. It doesn't matter whether you're starting on the bottom or the top. A lot of warehouses, my girlfriend works at a warehouse, and their numbers started on the bottom. They started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and moved up. I don't know why, my OCD, I needed to start at the top with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and start moving my way down this way. That's how I do mine. Now you're probably asking yourself, oh, what happens when I sell items from a particular box and I have a lot of room? So that's why I consolidate once a month to make room. I'll show you how to do that now. I kind of already consolidated. I should have made this video when I consolidated, but I'll show you. Let's say this box, I have room for items. What I'll do is I'll take the next box here. These end with 481. I'll take this 482, 483, which I don't have, I already sold. So 485, 486, 487. I put right in the back here. And now I do this with the whole store. It is definitely time consuming. It takes a couple hours. Now I'll take these ones, I'll move these forward and do the same thing. 505, 506, 508, because I'm missing 507. I'll put that in the back. And I'll continue to do that with each box. Here we have 530 is the last one. So I'm going to take 531, 532, 533, and so on. And I'll keep doing that down the line. What's going to happen is I'm going to have a whole bunch of empty boxes, and I'll just take a box from another shelf and put it there. That's full. And I do that with the whole store. And what will end up happening is I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have all this room right here free, and I'll consolidate. The size boxes I use 24 by 10 by 8. You can get these from Grainger or you can get them from Amazon. I'll leave the link down below. I have a Grainger near me. The shipping is expensive, so I just order them on the phone and then I go there and pick them up. My experience, the ones on Amazon are fine, but they're a little more flimsier. I can see right now off the bat, this one's from Amazon. This one is from Grainger. either box, whether it's from Grainger or Amazon, I still put tape all around the top because as you pull them and push them, they tend to rip right here. So I just put tape on the top. And I'll put all the links in my description where you can order everything I'm discussing. So again, the size is 24 by 10 by 8. Look, that's 24 inches in depth, 10 inches wide, and 8 inches high. I use these sizes because it works for me. I guess it depends on the shelving you have. I guess you're always going to use by 10 by 8, but the depth, I use these shelves, which again, I get on Amazon, and I will leave the link in the description. This size works for me, I guess for clothes, maybe if we were storing sneakers as well, but hard goods, glass, hats, anything like that, I'll show you downstairs where I keep all those items. In order to do this, I'm going to show you the supplies right now, what you're going to need. Again, all the links are going to be in the description. Look, you're going to need a tape gun, obviously. You use the tape gun, obviously, to tape up all your boxes. I know how you know it. I know you know how to tape up a box. I ain't showing you that. Look, you're going to need your SKU numbers. I'm up to 2,193. Makes it very simple. Again, all the links will be in the description, along with this nice little holder. I like that. You know, you get to pull it, take this off, put it on each package. I also have this eBay tape. This is really cool. I don't always use it because it's more expensive than the regular tape. I'll put the link in the description for this too. I use this for my boxes when I ship nice boots or shoes or hard goods. I always put this on the box. I don't use this usually for the clothes inside these poly mailers. Now the size of bags that I use, usually in my jeans, my shorts, my shirts, some sweaters, I have two different size bags, a smaller one and a larger one for big sweaters, hoodies, and jackets. The smaller size one is right here. This is a 9 by 12. And obviously, when I type this into the dimensions inside eBay, I'm gonna type in the dimensions of the poly mailer I use, which is a 13 by 10. 13 inches long, 10 inches wide. And obviously, it's gonna be 13 by 10 and whatever size this is. Roughly, it doesn't have to be perfect, 3 inches. So I would do 13 by 10 by 3 inside eBay, inside the dimensions. Now for the bigger size items, like this nice big sweater, I use a 13 by 18. 18 high, 13 inch wide. Now when this sells, I'll put this in a 14 by 5 by 19 inch poly mailer. I'm gonna do the same thing in the dimensions on eBay. Whatever size this poly mailer is, actually, you'll put this in, this will get folded up. I'll usually put like 15 by 16. I won't go 19. Obviously, the smaller the dimensions and the lighter the package, the cheaper the shipping. So I try to get as small as I can to save some money. After you do this for a while, you're gonna see you're not even gonna have to measure nothing. You'll just have a standard dimensions that you're gonna use. You're just gonna look at it and know. I also like these bigger sizes, especially this 13 by 18, because most of my sneakers that aren't in a box, I ship in a poly mailer. There's other stuff that I have in my inventory that isn't necessarily clothes that I keep down in my basement. I'm gonna show you that. And you don't need a big storage place. I don't have a warehouse yet. I do have a garage that I gotta clean out, but for now I started in my dining room. It's kind of like a passion project now. It's starting to take over my house. But this is just to show you that you got to start somewhere. I'll show you right now. Take a little walk with me. This is my dining room. I keep my jackets on a jacket rack over here. Right over there. Don't mind the darkness. This will also be down in the description. I'll put the link here. I keep all my jackets here. And in the custom SKU, I just put jacket rack. I don't put numbers on these yet because I don't have enough jackets. I know that all my jackets are right here. Now follow me downstairs. I'll show you all the other crap that my girlfriend is driving her crazy. Let's go in here. Welcome to my humble abode. Don't mind the mess. I'm still organizing. All right. This is my basement where all the magic happens. This is the office. This is the clothes storage. You can see I got a lot of stuff to list. All these sneakers. I got my printer and my poly mailer. I'm gonna do another video of all the supplies you're gonna need, so stay tuned for that one. This is the picture station. I'll put a link in the description where I get these lights as well. And this is where I keep all my hard goods, hats, just miscellaneous stuff. I don't have the best SKU system for my sneakers because I don't have enough of them. So I just keep them here, label them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the custom SKU, which I'll show you how to use. I'll show you how to use the custom SKU system in eBay so you can put your number so you know where your item is and you're very organized, because the last thing you want is item canceled because you can't find it. All right, let me show you how to make a custom SKU. Let's search for an item. Let's make this simple. Let's look up Polo Ralph Lauren men's small polo shirt. Let's look that up. Let's create a listing the easy way by selling by similar. So we're going to click on whatever item matches ours. We're going to go to the 3 dots up top and sell one like this. That way we don't have to fill in all the item specifics. Makes it simple to create a listing. Let's scroll down to item specifics. Click on the little pencil icon there. Scroll all the way down till you see custom SKU. Click on that, and now you can create whatever you want. Put whatever you want there. Let's make it simple. 001. I put what I paid for it and the date I listed it. That way I know how long it's been sitting in my store. I know I can take an offer and see the price I paid. I keep it on the jacket rack. Let's change that to jacket rack for my jackets. Or if you're doing sneakers again, you can do sneaker 1, sneaker 2 if you have your sneakers in a different place than your clothes. However you want to do it. I'm just showing you how to make the custom SKU. There it is. Click on done. And then you'll see that in your item specifics. There's the custom SKU. And then when you sell an item, you're going to see it right there so you can pull it from inventory very quickly. Well, there you go. I hope that was helpful. I had a lot of requests for this video. I showed you my SKU system. I showed you how I store my items. And I put the link in the description for all the supplies that I showed you in the video. If you like this video, I really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. Comment, because it helps the algorithm. Tell me what you liked about the video. Hit the notification bell so you can get notified when I upload new videos, and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. If you like this video and want to watch more, I'll put 2 more up here for you to watch. And always remember those 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.